So we just got done watching the third and final film of the August Underground trilogy, August Underground's Penance. And it did took like a week for us to finally get to watch this movie, but we finally got to watch this movie, and we were kind of hopeful maybe that the movie was going to be better, especially since the second one was worse than the first film. And we didn't even like the first one either, but at least we appreciate some aspects of it compared to the second one. So for the third film, I mean, yeah, what do you think?
It sucked.
It sucked. Do you think it's the worst one?
Yeah.
Why is that?
It was boring. It was so boring. Things looked fake. It wasn't as extreme. Like, if you're gonna watch August Underground films, you're in it for the extreme. I surely don't think. I think it was like the most tame.
Do you think like the first film was like boring too? Because I know I remember like the first film I did was like very boring, and the second film I thought was very annoying.
The first film was annoying because I didn't like the camera. The second one was annoying for the screaming, but I felt like it was more action packed. I couldn't look away.
Mm-hmm.
So as much as I hate to think it, I think the second one was the best of the three.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I thought for some reason I thought you thought the second was the worst one, like quality wise.
No, the worst one was the worst quality wise.
Which is this?
No, the first.
Oh. No, yeah, okay. I was just talking about like movie wise.
Movie wise, this is.
Oh, okay.
Yes, this.
Movie wise, the second one's the best?
Yes.
Okay. So, for me personally, yeah, like the first one was just terrible, but like, at least there's some good quality to say about it. Second film was just fucking stupid, annoying, like dreadful to get through. Third film, I'm not gonna lie, it's probably the best one for me.
Really?
Yeah, here's the thing. I think the thing is that the movie was trying. I could definitely tell they're trying in terms of like character development. They're trying in terms of like have some form of story. The acting. They're trying to do something a little different, where they're having some form of frustration in terms of just getting their own sense of satisfaction, getting their own sense of pleasure, and it just seems like they're just kind of just like they've been doing this shit for so long that like what's any different? Like what it's the exact same. It's gonna get to the point where it's gonna get very desensitized, which in a way is kind of like, I don't know, maybe like the viewers when watching this movie be like, yeah, we're kind of, we're feeling desensitized when we're seeing the same shit over and over again. It's just kind of like, it's almost like, I don't know if it was intentionally creating it, but I feel like, or maybe unintentionally, feel it's like almost like creating like social commentary in terms of like, how the viewers feel about August Underground, who's just like fucking tired of this shit. And of course, like, what would happen if serial killer has been doing this for so long to the point that there's just like nothing new and nothing different to make something out of this. To the point like they did all they can, and I think, and there's just nothing else for them to make a stand. And because of it, they get tired, or at least the girl did, the main girl, she was definitely getting tired to the point she basically was like having some form of a conscience per se. And the main guy was also forming conscience too, but because he was just getting so fucking tired, he's like, I can't get hard. I can't get hard. Like, why is this not working? To the point he was like almost crying at times.
He was crying.
Like, it was, but I would say there are like still funny moments just seeing him just like gag and all that stuff. And I do think like the effects when it comes to like not the gore, but like showing like the body parts, I was like, that looks.
The intestines were pretty good.
That's fucking crazy. The baby one, not so much. And then I think that was kind of it in terms of like the horribly graphic moments in the film. But I am with you though. It is like it. But the thing is, it started up very boring, and it did feel, but it was getting less boring, but I was still feeling boring. The last act of the film, I do think got kind of interesting, just because I'm just like now we're seeing like the two main people just like clashing with each other, where the girl's getting tired of it, but the guy's like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like it's almost like he was almost starting to think of her as just like one of them, one of the other people that they just kill essentially,
Yeah.
just because he was just he's getting tired of her just acting like them.
Yeah.
But the thing is about it is that considering that this is the final film of the trilogy, I at least expected to have some form of finale to it.
Yeah, like Bonnie and Clyde or Devil's Rejects. Let's go out with a bang.
Like all she did was just spoilers, but it doesn't matter. She just like spits on him and just says "I hate you," and then she just kills herself, dude, just choking her own self, not by like a noose or just Susan, all that, just by her own hands. Even which I agree with you. That's there's no way.
No, your own mind's gonna react and be like, I can't breathe.
Yeah. Like you'll pass out, yes, but you won't die from it.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, okay, but then that's pretty much just like, oh, that's it? Like that's your finale for your trilogy? Exactly. It's what like I know, right? What a rip off of an ending. Whoa. Yeah. I feel that.
She's playing.
But because it just seems just they're just not as passionate about doing the things they're doing as they used to.
No.
And I mean, and I think, and
I
they
just felt like it was
and the
really boring.
and I think the acting really showcased that. So I feel like they were actually like trying to show they're getting like it's getting stale, and this
it was really boring.
No, I get that. Which is weird because I just felt like it did kind of like pick it up by the end of it. Like I actually was like genuinely interested where it was going, which is something I would never say for an August Underground film.
Yeah.
An August Underground film that actually has some form of interest of where it's going is kind of crazy, and I think it's some form of achievement. I would say, at least for me personally. I still think it kind of sucked, but at least it was like, okay, I can at least like see the attempt that this director's doing and not just make an extreme gore film.
See, that's what I was wanting.
But the thing is, I think the problem is like, I think the thing is for us, like, I don't know what they can do at this point. They've been doing this forever. Most of the time they just kind of just go out and just go like have fun.
I think it would have been cool.
Go explore.
As bad as it sounds, I think it would like, if like going out with a bang, like holding a whole bunch of people hostages.
Mm-hmm.
Or as weird as it sounds, like a school bus, kidnapping a school bus, and or something like just over the top, and then either them being taken over and then their victims going after them. I don't know.
Yeah, because
like
the main girl died. Okay, that there's a finale to her character that I did think was getting a little interesting, and I think the acting from her got a lot better. I think the screaming was a lot more justified on her part.
Yeah.
The second film had no justifiable reason for her to keep screaming.
I just can't get over the fact she looks like somebody I
know. Yeah, look like your brother's ex. I do think her character was like it was forming an arc, which is something that none of these previous movies have done. They never created like character arcs. This one actually did have a character arc in terms of like, it's getting to that point where like, okay, I had enough of this. God help me, forgive me, all this. I repent, almost like the title. And that's for the main guy. Like, I don't know, like he's getting a little tired of it, but he still is like, I'm gonna keep doing it because
it's my way of life.
Exactly. It's like a job to him.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a job to him, and like no cops are gonna come after them because
how is nobody even like a serial killers in the neighborhood?
Or like what happened to that guy from the second film that had like set piece a whole bunch of dead bodies there?
That's true. Or what happened? Like clearly they left that family at Christmas. Did nobody go find them?
I think they're supposed to be dead.
Yeah, but did nobody find them? No family members? Wellness check?
Yeah, that's
Nothing?
another thing too, because like I do think like the acting for the main people are pretty good. The victims, you could definitely tell like there's some moments where I'm like, you are clearly breathing when you're supposed to be dead.
Yeah, that the first and the second one did 10 times better with the dead bodies.
They did a lot better with the dead bodies, where it just felt like they were dead and not felt too obvious in the fact that like, I don't know, that their bodies were moving. But yeah, it was just kind of. I don't know what. I think it's just because like maybe because we just seen 3 of these movies that you like at this point it's like
I truly.
what the fuck is there?
I truly think if this one was the first one I've ever seen, I would not have watched the rest of them. It just, to me, it just was not good.
See, the thing is, I thought the first film was so boring. That's the thing. First film was the most boring one.
No, I feel like it was the one that's all like, okay, you've got my attention because it was so gross and gritty looking.
And extreme.
Yeah. Now, and the second one, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is over the top. Holy,
Even though it went too far at some points for you.
Just that end one. The end scene went too far, but.
And they're like, apparently, it felt like even the movie, I felt like it was almost a waste of like, yeah, even we know it went too far, so let's have him kill himself.
Yeah, and then this one, I'm all like, I could honestly care less. Like
maybe it's just because we just need to have some form of finale, even though it didn't really feel like a it only felt like a finale towards the main girl, but not finale towards the main guy.
Not even that. She didn't even go out in a good way.
Sure, like the easy way out.
Like if she would have like ran in front of traffic.
Like she could have used that gun that she used at one point.
Yeah, run in front of traffic, or go on the train tracks that they were on so much, or I don't know.
Because more
take all the drugs.
Because there's just more so just like I don't know. They're just like less like trying to be like serial killers, and more so just like just jackasses, just fucking around with people.
Rude punks.
Yeah, just like rude punks.
That's what that homeless guy did to you.
But for some reason, I did find like I don't know. I just find that kind of interesting. Where just like you would think they would like just keep go like they would go further, but they just take a step back.
Yeah, it was boring.
Like 2 steps back, not 1 step back, 2 steps back.
And all the victims had face coverings. To me,
except for one.
Yeah, the last one. Yeah, but to me, that's like a cheap escape for not doing makeup or product work.
Even though it feels like it has more of a budget than the previous one.
Visually, yes.
Yeah, the camera work I would say is probably you could be able to see the most.
Yeah, but
I don't know. I mean, like we definitely went through the trilogy. I never thought that the last one was the best one. But I still don't think it's good. But I can at least say there was a form of attempt, and I can at least appreciate that. The first 2, the only attempt I see are just the gore effects, the torture. This one was like, we're gonna type a story, type of character or character progression. I mean, it's there. I mean, it's not great, but it's like it's there. I could tell there's even they're like, okay, we gotta do something different. Because the problem with the second one is just it was the exact same as the first one, but except they just go even more extreme at times.
No, because they had more people.
And they had more people. And then you would think there would be like a cult of some kind. Or at least where it's like Korean, but then like it didn't really lead. At that point now, it just led to nowhere when we got to the third film. Now it's just those 2 alone. Mm-hmm. But
I think if I go in order, my favorite to least favorite.
Yes.
Should be 2, 1, 3.
2, 1, 3. My favorite to least favorite is 3, 1, 2. I would say. 2 is my least favorite. I was just super annoyed of that one. But overall, what would you give the movie?
1.
Do you think it's like? Well, I know you think it's the worst one, but do you think it's like one of the worst films that we've seen together?
No.
No, not even close.
No.
Okay. I give this movie a 3. I would say. like like I said, it's like I said, it's not good. It's very boring at times, but I think once we get to like the last 20 minutes of the film, that's when it started really getting interesting, and I just started to realize like, wait, the director's trying to do something different.
So it's like an hour for it to get good. That's not a good movie.
Well, no, I didn't think I still thought it was not good, but I could at least say like, okay, he's trying something. It's just it's one of those cases where it's like it's too little too late. But I can at least see you're trying something out of this. But yeah, overall, the trilogy in itself, I could probably say is like maybe one of the worst, but it's definitely not the worst that I've seen. I can't think. I don't. I mean, I can't think of like. I mean, right now I can't think of a trilogy that's like worse than this. But I could definitely feel like there's.
I'm sure there's something.
Yeah. I mean, like. I don't know, but was it like an interesting trilogy? No.
It was an experience.
It was an experience, but it was. I mean, it was boring most of the time. But I was like, it was at least something. But we got through the extreme trilogy. Um. That end up with the least extreme of them all. And it felt like it was intentionally trying to be so. It would felt like it was intentionally trying to be less
I
extreme.
mean, you want to take a nap.
I don't know. But I definitely did kind of appreciate what he was trying to do. It's just didn't work. Just didn't deliver very well. But yeah, that's pretty much it for our thoughts on August Underground Penance, the last film of the series and the trilogy. What did you guys think of the trilogy, or what did you think of this movie? Fred Foco definitely was trying. It's like I mean, I'm sure he made other films that probably maybe better or worse. I don't know. I'm not gonna watch his other films.
I'm glad I don't have to see his butt crack no more.
This is the most we see of his butt crack in this film. The first two didn't really show that much.
So all the whitey tighty.
But they did show his. I mean, they keep showing his his butt, but not his butt crack in the other films. They're like, I can see your butt.
Yeah, I'm really over it.
But yeah, all right. But yeah, that's kind of our thoughts on it. Comment down what you feel about it. But yeah, I don't know. We got through it. Woo! You're already done. Surprisingly, I was not done. But yeah, I don't know. All right, take care.